Hi everyone, I recently did a video saying, is it time to panic about The Last of Us when Troy Baker came out and said, please have an open mind when it comes to this game. There have been a lot of leaks which have come out yesterday about The Last of Us Part 2. And never mind panicking, I'm not even purchasing. Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Now, believe it or not, there's actually probably about 2.5 hours difference, maybe even 3, between the introduction and this. Hi! Because I tried to record this video a couple of times and I found myself being very diplomatic, should we say. And I wasn't happy with the way the videos were turning out. So I decided to take a break, went downstairs, made myself some lunch, yummy, decided to put on some TNG, which got me all excited, because I love me some TNG, and then I've come back upstairs, sat down, and said to myself, fuck it, just do it. Just do the video the way that you do videos. Sunshine! So that's how we're going to do it, folks. So the first part of the video is going to be spoiler free. And then I'm going to tell you when I'm going to start going into the spoilers. And you have the opportunity to stay if you so wish. Or you can dip out. No harm, no foul if you do. Smash the like button on the way out though. Make sure you're still subscribed as well. Lots of people saying that YouTube are unsubscribing them at the moment. So, with that said, a couple of weeks ago, I did a video about voice actor Troy. No, I didn't. But I did do a video about voice actor Troy Baker, who plays the role of Joel in The Last of Us. And he came out with this. Cautions players, fans, The Last of Us Part 2, to be open-minded about it. I'm using Bounding Into Comics for this catch-up. I feel a bit narcissistical if I was to use my own video. But immediately that raised alarm bells with me. And I said, is it time to panic? When the leading man of the franchise turns around and says, keep an open mind about the sequel. Because this is why I started getting very diplomatic. Fuck it! Right, we're just going to go balls deep. Because, right, if you just played The Last of Us, you probably would have had an incredible experience because the game is absolutely amazing. It's a wonderful story about loss and family, of Joel and Ellie, two people who have lost incredible amounts. Joel, his daughter, Ellie, everybody. And they both have incredible defenses up. And yet they're forced to go on this road trip in an apocalyptic world to take Ellie to the Fireflies because she is immune to whatever it is that's happening. And they're going to use her to discover a cure. And during their journey, they start to bond. And both of their defenses start to lower, and they end up accepting each other as a surrogate father and as a surrogate daughter. So much so strong has the bond come between these two people, Ellie and Joel, that right at the end, when Joel discovers, when Ellie is on the operating table, that they will actually have to kill Ellie to culture the, whatever it may be that they need to try and create an antidote, that he kills the Fireflies to save Ellie. And then lies to her afterwards. Said that, they were just bad. It was all a trap all along, da-da-da. So, the ending there, if you were to think about it, could lead to the potential of conflict between Joel and Ellie in the future. Ellie discovering the truth, Joel being perceived as the bad guy, but you can understand his motivations for doing what he did. It would have led to a very intriguing storyline. And that's what most people would have seen. When the DLC came out, and bear in mind that a fraction of the people that purchased the full game would actually purchase the DLC, suddenly we started to get a little injection of identity politics for some reason. Ellie was actually revealed to be gay, even though in the main game I'd mentioned that she'd stole a pornographic magazine from a gay male. So it was full of naked dudes. Why would you do that if you were gay? You would surely want some female. But you could pass it off as a kid, just being a kid. Ellie is brash, obnoxious at times, mischievous. So you could pass it off without too much. So I was of the belief, let's just put our faith and trust for the moment in Naughty Dog, and because they haven't steered us wrong so far, and with Neil Druckmann. Then when The Last of Us Part 2 marketing started to come out, it focused on Ellie and a potential love interest, a female, who apparently is bisexual, but is interested in Ellie and I don't know. So, I don't know. But she's with this girl, and yes, people were murmuring because they felt as if, particularly later down the line now, we're 2013 for The Last of Us. Now we're coming in 2018 territory where the age of woke is in swing. You can understand people being a wee bit suspicious that this was a hefty dose of identity politics, which they didn't want in The Last of Us. They had this great story about loss and family, and the setting of this post-apocalyptic world. They wanted more of that, and not necessarily more identity politics. But again, I said, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. They delayed the game from May 29th, I think, maybe, to indefinitely postponed. Because of Corona, they wanted to make sure they had the biggest chance of hitting all the marketplaces at once. And this apparently angered Naughty Dog employees. Why? Because over the last few months, news has started to come out of horrendous conditions there. Horrendous crunch work that they've had to do to get this game ready. Threats against employees that have left as well, been told to shut up, be quiet if they want their monies, as regards to how business is conducted, and stuff like that. It didn't paint a particularly rosy picture of the conditions of Naughty Dog. And so when this delay happened, it appears to have got the backup of some employees, because yesterday, and I think maybe the day before as well, we had a plethora of leaked material, like the whole plot for The Last of Us, including video as well as overviews of how it's going to play out. So, folks, Naughty Dog respond to this. Don't worry, we're still in non-spoiler territory, folks. Still in non-spoiler territory. Naughty Dog respond to this by saying, "We know the last few days have been incredibly difficult for you." I've had a good time, actually, but thank you for asking. "We feel the same. It's disappointing to see the release and sharing of pre-release footage from development. Do your best to avoid spoilers, and we ask that you don't spoil it for others." Well, I'm letting it known full well. If you want to stick around and hear when I discuss the spoiler elements, feel free to. But if you want to dip out, I will tell you when. The Last of Us Part 2 will be in your hands soon. No matter what you see and hear, the final experience will be worth it. And they announced, off the back of this, that The Last of Us 2, the indefinite postponement, would actually only be a postponement of 3 weeks. and it's now slated for a June 19th, 2020 release. So, why would somebody leak this information? This, folks, is the time to leave if you don't want spoilers for The Last of Us Part 2, because I will discuss them now. 3, 2, smash that like. 1, okay, let's go. Douche. Now I'm going to use this. This is Inverse. Devastating. The Last of Us 2 leaks spoil several major Ellie twists. So, when Troy Baker, your main man, tells you to keep an open mind, it becomes very obvious as to why. The plot of The Last of Us seems to go something like this. Ellie, as we know, is going to be the main character to start with. Joel is killed. Now, this is where the game totally loses me. Joel is killed by this woman. Referred to as female. And that, folks, that is current day identity politics female 101, and the game can go fuck itself. I'm sick and fucking tired of identity politics all over the place. It's got to be looking like a man. It's got to be masculine. Can't be feminine in any shape, way, or form. It's got to look like pectorials. It's got to look like... It's just piss off. Just piss off. Jesus Christ. Women, what's it feel like? Hey? What's it feel like to be feminine? And then this is how you're portrayed all the time now. In comics and now in video games. Because if you actually look feminine, it could be problematic. And this thing kills Joel. Now, what really got my back up, because fuck diplomacy now, is halfway through the game, she kills Joel, she captures Ellie, Ellie escapes, you take over, and this becomes, according to the leaks, the new protagonist for the second half of the game. This, folks, is your main character. No! Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I've got a ton of video games back there, plenty I haven't touched yet. I can play them. I've got Final Fantasy, I've got Resident Evil and stuff. Nah, I'm good. I'm good! Thank you. No thank you. Keep an open mind. Nah. Just take one of the greatest characters that have been created for video games in a long, long time, that had such an incredible journey in the first game. Kill them off quickly! Get rid of that white boy! And then replace it with this. Nah. I'm good. I'm good. And then, apparently, you hunt down Ellie and kill her at the end. And then a friend of Ellie's starts to go, or intimates that they're going to go after you to get revenge. And the story is basically revenge begets revenge. Well, that sounds like a great story, doesn't it? So everything that was developed in the first game, all the nuance of it, all the nuance of the development of the relationship, the paternal relationship, the daughter relationship between Joel and Ellie, just pushed aside so we can have this as our main character in just some basic ass revenge story. Sounds god-awful. Now I really understand why Troy said keep an open mind. Nah. I gave all the benefits of the doubt, but after seeing this shite, nah, I'm good, brah. I'm good. I'm not gonna make a day one purchase. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. If the synopsis from everyone is, oh, this is actually amazing. This is phenomenal. This is great. From all my trusted sources as well. You know, screw shill media. They can go themselves because they mean nothing. I mean, sources that I actually trust that will give a true, honest opinion. If they all say, yeah, this is great stuff, then I might be open to giving it a try at some point. But, God, dear God. It just looks like the bastardizing. The last of Karen. You got Karen Ellie, who the character looks like it's been tapered down big time. Joel's just cannon fodder. And then we get Karen Part 2. I'd like to speak to Ellie's manager, please, and then kill him with a golf club. No, I'm good. I'm good. You can have it. So yeah, after these leaks, I couldn't give any less of a shit if I tried right now. I really couldn't. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see what the consensus truly is, because nah. I can already see shill media flocking to the defense of this game straight away. So I'm just gonna wait for the people who I trust to give it a playthrough and give their synopsis. But fuck me, I'm just sick of this. It's infesting everything, every fandom. It's infesting all of it. Just piss off. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, folks. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do get a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media, and I stream, of course, live here on YouTube now. Links are in the description box down below. Tonight, 5 p.m. UK time, I'll be bagging, boarding, and chatting with guest Gary for Nerdrotic. So come along for that. We'll be bagging and boarding and chatting together, and with you too. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.